Welcome to Scholars Academy. Today, we are tackling ICSE Class 8 Mathematics, specifically the mechanics of exponents. Imagine writing out the number 1 billion. You could write a 1 followed by 9 zeros. But in physics or advanced math, you frequently deal with numbers containing dozens of zeros. Writing them out manually is slow and prone to errors. Mathematicians use a shortcut. Instead of writing 10 multiplied by itself 9 times, we write a 10 with a small 9 above it. The 10 is our base, the number being multiplied. The 9 is our exponent, which tells us exactly how many times to multiply that base by itself. A very common mistake is multiplying the base by the exponent. 2 to the power of 3 is not 2 times 3. It is 2 times 2 times 2, which equals 8. Exponents are a syntax upgrade. They allow you to compress massive calculations into a compact, readable format. This excerpt from our textbook outlines the basic laws of exponents. The first rule here is the product law, which we use when multiplying terms that have the exact same base. When the bases match, you keep that base exactly as it is and simply add the exponents together. 3 squared times 3 to the 4th power becomes 3 to the power of 6. Moving down the page, we find the second rule, the quotient law. This tells us how to handle division. Just as multiplication leads to addition, division leads to subtraction. If you divide 7 to the 5th power by 7 squared, you subtract the bottom exponent from the top one, leaving you with 7 cubed. These laws are highly efficient because they drop the math down one tier of difficulty. Multiplication simplifies into addition, and division simplifies into subtraction. Returning to our list of rules, the third core principle is the power of a power law. This applies when you have an exponential term raised by another exponent outside the parentheses. For nested exponents, multiply them. 5 squared to the 4th becomes 5 to the 8th. Now, a test. Using the product law, simplify 4 to the 5th times 4 cubed. Because the bases match, we add 5 and 3, giving 4 to the 8th power. Mastering these 3 specific laws gives you the capability to bypass tedious long-form calculation and instantly decode complex algebraic expressions. Look closely at the remember box in the text. It highlights a common testing trap, raising a base to the power of 0. The rule here is absolute. 8 to the power of 0 equals 1. 100 to the power of 0 equals 1. Even an unknown variable, x to the power of 0 equals 1. The textbook's blue common error table points out the second major friction point. Assuming a negative exponent creates a negative number. A negative exponent actually indicates a multiplicative inverse. 5 to the negative 3rd power does not mean negative 125. It flips the base into a fraction, becoming 1 over 5 cubed, which resolves to 1 over 125. True mathematical fluency here means recognizing that indices dictate scale and fractional position, not positive or negative value. Take a screenshot of this final cheat sheet and use it as your framework for solving these equations.